Hey guys, it's Natalia and welcome back to Glossy Confidential. I'm here today with a review for you and I'm going to be talking about the 8 new contour shades from Makeup Geek. This is what they look like. I've put them in a Z palette. They come in individual pans as all of the Makeup Geek eyeshadows and blushes do, and each product you get 4.25 grams, so they are quite sizey. And let me just show you, compared to a MAC Lush, they are pretty much slightly smaller in pan size. This one has 4.25 grams and a MAC blush has 6 grams. The way they have designed this one is to have 4 warm contour shades and 4 cool contour shades. Not everyone does like contouring with a cool toned. I personally do. I much prefer cool toned because my skin is so warm, it just warms up most of the products that I put there. So if I put like a warm toned contour underneath my cheekbones with my skin colouring, it would actually turn out to look more like a bronzer and it would just look a little bit odd. Me personally, I like using cool toned contours because it just creates that shadow. I think for my skin colouring I prefer to have the shadow look. I know a few people, like a few of my friends, who are incredibly fair, if they put the cool tone shadow on, it can actually make them a little bit sick and not well, so they would actually prefer warm toned contour shades. And look, it's a personal preference. There's no rules. If you are really fair and you like a cool tone contour, then you go for it. Like, no one's telling you what to do. You do what works for you. Personally, I like a cooler contour. But the reason they have done this is so that every person here is catered for. They've also got 4 depths of shade. They've got porcelain, they've got light, they've got medium, and they've got deep. So that also is another huge theme for Makeup Geek. And I know I'm not that dark, but in Australia it is really hard to find a contour shade that works for me. Everyone sits there and talks about NARS Laguna. Oh my god, it's amazing, NARS Laguna. I put it on, you can't even see it on my skin. And then I find Casino, which is NARS's other bronzer. I'm just using NARS for an example because they're just the 2 products that I've got in my head. Laguna doesn't come across on my skin, and Casino is very orange based, and it just looks a little bit muddy and just dirty on my face. So companies like NARS had a much bigger shade range, which is why I really do like Makeup Geek has actually catered for everyone, and I really do appreciate that, as I'm sure do you really dark ebony people who have finally got a contour shade that works for them, because I'm sure that would be difficult, very difficult to find a colour like that. So this is what the colours look like. These are the porcelain ones. I'm going to swatch them on my hand as well so you can see the difference. I'm going to swatch them both together, warm and cool. So this is the porcelain shades. Porcelain warm is called Love Triangle. As you can see, for me, I'm not porcelain, so that is just, I could actually just use that as a transition shade for an eyeshadow. Porcelain Cool is Breakup. So you can tell the difference there, which one's the warm one, but it's not too warm, which is what I like about it. It's just a really sort of nice, it's almost just a light beige, but you can definitely see the cool tones in the cool shade there. I'm going to have up close swatches and stuff on my blog, glossyconfidential.com.au. Go down on the down bar and check it out. I'm going to have a link to that. The first ones were porcelain, the next ones are fair. So I've got warm fair, which is bad habit, and infidelity, which is cool fair. So let's go warm fair first. I don't know if you can see that. That's a transition shade on me. And then the next one here is Cool Fair. You can definitely see the cool grey undertones there. The warm one is a little bit harder to see on my skin colouring because it is pretty much my skin colouring again. I have actually used the Cool Fair as a very subtle nose contour because you can see it on me. If I want the slightest nose contour, I can use that one. So I have used that one. It's not a waste with me. Makeup is never a waste. But, you know, if you weren't sure which colours to get and you did want to choose a few, they are versatile. You can use them for different things. These are the ones that I use mainly. So warm medium here is half-hearted and cool medium is complicated. So you can definitely see there which one is the warm and which one's the cool. One thing I actually like about these ones is that, yes, it's warm, but it's not too, like, orange warm. Like, that's gorgeous. But it's not bright orange warm. I feel these are very wearable because they're not that crazy warm. So you can see that's the warm one, and then let's do the cool one here. So it's only a subtle difference. Like, it's not that big a difference, but you can just see the grayer undertones that come out there. The warmer shade is a lot darker. You can tell there's a hint of warmth. It's not orange in any way. Let me see if I can find Casino. Don't really have all that much left of it, but I'll see if I can just do a comparison, because Casino is one for me that is just very orange. So I don't know if you can see there properly, but Casino just has a little bit more of an orange undertone, whereas this one, the Makeup Geek Warm, is still cooler than that. The Cool Makeup Geek one is cooler than that one still. So that's just a comparison. So I really like them. I use a mixture of them. I've used the Warm one in sort of like as a bronzer today, sort of like in my hairline and stuff, and I've also used the Cool one underneath my cheekbones there. So I use both of them on a daily basis. I really do love them. I love the fact that the Warm one is not too orange. That's my biggest thing I love about that. And the next ones we've got here are Warm Deep, which is on this side, and Cool Deep, which is here. You can't really see a big difference here, and unless you have got ebony skin tones, you're probably going to look at these and think, nah, I don't see the difference. There is a very subtle difference, and I will show you them. Again, these ones, I'm not going to use them as a contour because they are incredibly dark, but they make an amazing eyeshadow if you're wanting a colour to deepen up a crease. Hello, gorgeous. So, Warm on this side. And then we've got Cool here. So you can see there's a hint of a difference, not too much, but there's a hint of a difference. You can see that the Warm one has got a hint of a red undertone just when you blend it out, but it is very subtle. I do really like both of them. As I said, I will use them both for eyeshadows, brow powders. You know, you could use them for so many different things, but they're really gorgeous. And I do think that if you have got really dark skin and are looking for a contour shade, these ones actually suit you really well. When we're talking about pigmentation and quality of the product, I would say that they are really nice. I would say that maybe they're a little bit too pigmented. You don't want a contour shade that is overly pigmented, in my opinion, because you kind of want to create a shadow, not add a stripe to your face. So you want something that you can sort of build up but blends nicely. These ones, I feel, if you aren't careful, like you can see how pigmented they are there, and it wasn't a very big swatch, it was just like a quick once over. If you have a contour that is too harsh or too pigmented, you have much more of a tendency to go overboard and over contour and add way too much product. Saying that, if you do over apply, they blend out really nicely. Just go in with a clean brush, start going over what you've just done, and it pretty much just blends into a really beautiful shadow. So you do need to be careful. I've used my Ita brush for them most of the time. I have also gone in and used a fluffy brush as well to sort of go over and blend it out if I find the line from the Ita brush is a little bit too harsh. I also go in with like a bronzing brush and sort of use the Warm one to sort of bronze around my face as well. So, you know, I get a lot of uses out of them. Did I need to get all 8? No, but they did come in a packet of 8, so I thought it would be a really good idea to get them all so I could at least review all the colours for you, swatch them and show you the comparisons. And I'm really glad that I do have these, and I really do like them. I do give them a 2 thumbs up, and I think if you are looking for a good affordable contour, if you are wanting just a simple, no fuss, don't want a big fancy palette, just want one simple contour shade for you, then definitely look at the Makeup Geek. I'm going to have a link to the website and all the prices and everything. I think they're about $10. I'm going to have a link to the website down below in the description box, and also in the accompanying blog post where I'm going to have up close photos and swatches of the contour shades so you can go and check them out and try to work out which colour would be best for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the comment bar down below. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.